These are the craziest playoff comebacks in NBA history. First, the 2021 Hawks tied the record for the third largest playoff comeback ever, 7 and 8. One of his father-in-law, Doc Rivers, in Philadelphia. There is an answer by this. Atlanta Hawks has had a great surge here into the third. On into the fourth, and Williams is right in the middle of it all. Made 11 in a row here tonight. Got 37 points. Lou Williams keeps it rolling. Lou Young party by Curry. Fire the floater up top. Wow, what a shot. Down to 4 Gallinari, big shot. And this is going to be an Atlanta victory in Game 5. But the Heat had a turnaround. Even crazier, because in Game 3 of the 2006 NBA Finals, they were down 13 in the fourth when Dwayne Wade morphed into the flash maps. Look, during the 2011 Finals, the maps were down 15 halfway through the fourth and battled back for a Dirk Nowitzki game winner. 4 Heat players around Terry's wide open and gets to the goal. Nowitzki back up the kid wide open for 3. Knocks it down to the Mavericks, fight it back. Nowitzki hooks it up, puts it in. 2-point game, Terry to Nowitzki. Puts up the 3, puts it in. Dallas goes up by 3 with 26.7 remaining. Can they finish off this extraordinary comeback? Chalmers wide open. Oh. Chalmers knocks down the 3. 7 to shoot, Levinsky drives under the beat. Lefty Lab banks it in with the Dallas is tied to finals. But if you thought that was wild, try blowing a 25-point lead. Causing Game 6 versus the Jazz in 2022. The Clippers were getting cooked until this happened. Kicks it out for Man. 3-point to the left. Brandon Roy shot of Marion here in Game 4. Brandon Roy the 3. Counted, and there's a foul. Yeah, after checking the video, Roy for the lead banks it in. Portland wins Game 4, but the 2018 Thunder did something miraculous. Cause heading into Game 5 of the 2018 first round. They were trailing 3-1, but things would get worse because by the third quarter, they were getting smoked by 25. So Westbrook and PG went nuts. Oklahoma City Westbrook going to the cup. George works with the Adams screen. Eurostep runs it out. Westbrook will go for the tie and puts it in. Holy cow, he's got it now. I will try for 3 and put it in. We're not going to risk putting him on Mitchell. And Mitchell's taking advantage in the step. LeBron with the step back. Yes, Miami has taken the lead. Down to 3, down to 2. Here's Rose, can he get it on? It is blocked, that will do it. The Miami Heat have come from behind to defeat the Chicago Bulls. That wasn't the only time LeBron carried the team on his back, because the Pacers were dominating by 25 late in the third. So LeBron turned into a one-man show. Long-range 3 by LeBron and he hits it. Got Korver on the wing, they're taking it. Look out, LeBron! For the Cavs, LeBron James and a 3-pointer is up. Greatest comeback in NBA playoff history. 26 points, but look, we got to talk about one of the craziest playoff rivalries ever. See, the Kings and the Lakers 2002 series might be one of the biggest NBA controversies ever. Sacramento jumped out to a 40-20 lead in the first quarter of Game 4, only for them to get their hearts broken. 27 to the Memphis Grizzlies and woke up Chris Paul, fine Paul. Let's go. 3 comes down to Chris Paul racing down the court. Fonz Young for 3, he's got it. Short on the pitch. There is Paul. Inside to Evans, lays it in, and the Clippers have taken the lead. And the Clippers have won it. One of the more remarkable comebacks in playoff history. But some crazy comebacks happen from celebrating too early. Look in 2022, the Timberwolves LED by at least 25 points. When Karl Anthony Towns thought it was a wrap. Yeah, we in Minnesota now. Like I said after the meeting, all right, we gotta come back to our house now. I only seen them at their house, bro. Shouldn't have spoken too soon because Memphis flipped the switch. Man at 39 to go in the third arena. Goes behind the back, Rob. Killer crossover the 7th seed in the West. Jackson Count, wow. Knocked away, stolen by Parker. Here it is. Here comes George to Kobe Bryant. Bryant inside, it's gone. It's gone, tie game. Walton could tip it, Bryant with the save. Oh, you gotta get a shot. Final seconds, Bryant for the win. The Lakers were never supposed to be in that position. But by Game 5, Roger Bell got violent. Bryant dunks. Oh gosh, Bell just clotheslined Bryant. That was because he felt that Kobe had gotten him with an elbow. Earlier in the game, that was exactly what the Suns needed. Cause after winning Game 6 and tying the series, Game 7 was light work. After Kobe was criticized for not shooting the ball, I didn't like the way he played in Game 7 because I didn't think he was aggressive. I understand why he didn't like it. Me calling him out on national television, he let me know it up. The critical important part is that, you know, we go out there and we play the game. We play the game to win, and that was all the Thunder needed. Starting to get those uneasy feelings in this building. Gotta guard home run, gotta guard home run. Here's just Alexander defending. 40 shoot to the middle underneath. To Dork the fake, and he lays it into the paint. Home run. We are knotted here, remember? Rebound, home run. Now you got a foul ahead of him to Caruso all by himself. That'll get it to a 5-point lead. 29 points was the mark for the second largest comeback in history. The Rockets pulled off one of the greatest playoff upsets. The Houston was down 1 to the Clippers in the 2015 Western Conference when Chris Paul didn't even play the first 2 games. And by Game 6 with the Clips up 19, it looked like curtains, but just before the 4th quarter. An unlikely hero turned into a flamethrower, 9 points. Now Smith will take the 3 and hit, and it's down to 6 with 7 minutes remaining. And the Clippers looked like they were seeing ghosts. Then Houston went back to the Toyota Center and handled business in Game 7. One of the most shocking collapses in playoff history. But the Celtics broke a comeback record in the NBA Finals. See, during Game 4 in 2008, the Celtics were getting embarrassed. Down 24 in the 2nd quarter. But then Kobe went ice cold. And by the end of the 3rd quarter, he got dunked on for a 2-point game. PJ Brown dunks it with 1.7 remaining. So with 4 minutes left, Eddie House gave Boston their first lead of the game and started an avalanche Eddie House. Quick jump shot, it's good. Ray Allen picks it out, poses. It's good. Allen on a drive gets to the basket. Lefty lap banks it in. The Celtics turned one of the great comebacks in NBA playoff history. They completed the greatest finals comeback in history. But Michael made his return as the GOAT. Look, in 1995, Michael Jordan's father was murdered. A heartbroken Mike stepped away from the game. But while MJ ruled basketball, his dad, Nick, could have had left it on the court. But instead, he ran his mouth. After the game, Nick Anderson said 45 isn't 23. And I just simply was asking a question. 45 is nowhere near 23. Yeah. You already know Mike took that personally. The next game, he brought out the legendary 23 again. And even though he ate at Trinity-Ville, he lit up the Magic for 38 points. Fine. And even though Chicago didn't win the series, Jordan's return to 23 lit a fuse for the next 3. But the Timberwolves' turnaround was just disrespectful. Because Minnesota just lost 3 games in a row to the Nuggets. And after Game 5 in Denver, Anthony Edwards made a bold prediction. Did you really tell the locker room staff in Denver you were gonna be back? Hell yeah. They know that y'all was in there. Yeah, I said, I see y'all motherfuckers for Game 7. Yeah. Thanks, Sam. Ant was talking spicy, but he meant every word. See Minnesota force the Game 7. Clock it one calmly the face. He'll fire got it. Corner Edwards aim shoot score. That's it. The Timberwolves have knocked out the defending champion. Denver Nuggets. The Timberwolves knocked Denver off the throne in the biggest game. Reserve emergency in NBA history. But next we have the all-time record for a playoff comeback. Look in the 2019 playoffs. The Clip weren't even expected to compete with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and the Warriors. And with 7:31 left in the 3rd, KD made sure the doubters stayed loud. Beautiful past the ring with the fucking foul. It was supposed to be game over with the Clippers down 31. But Lou Williams had his own plans for a takeover. Hands up with the hands of Wilson, Chamberlain, and Clemson. Wild shot, it counts, and a foul. Williams off balance score. Oh, what a move. He dropped 17 points in the 3rd alone, and LA went on a rampage. Then KD found points by the Thunder. So Draymond Green with Nut Honey Green putting a move on Adams. And he is out. Watch the leg, guys. Watch the leg up. The Thunder had Draymond going psycho and were bullying the so-called best team of all time. Now, Game 4 was the same story. The Warriors suffered back-to-back blows of 20-point L's and went down 3-1. But in Game 5, Steph played like the unanimous MVP. And when Game 6 rolled around, it awoke a monster named Game 6 Cleveland. Three-quarter, and the ball slows down. All right, here's Thompson again. Keeping it alive for the new possession. Thompson turning and shooting. It's an NBA playoffs record for Klay Thompson. Thompson fires for 3 yes. Dude dropped a playoff record 11 threes on his way to 41 points. Now, Game 7 was do or die, and Steph showed out. Okay, foul. Nobody was feeling pressure more than John Starks. Starks misses batted around. Ewing has it, his shot no good. Reggie Miller to rebound and a foul with 7.5 seconds. Dude was choking and still should have won. Cause Patrick Ewing missed from point blank for Reggie to close the show. It's like Indiana's winning Game 1 at Orlando last year. Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in the final 32 seconds. 8 points in 9 seconds for one of the most unreal bounce backs in sports. This next comeback started a dynasty. See, Kobe and Shaq were looking like a failed experiment until they faced their toughest challenge yet. I mean, it was Phil Jackson, who was coaching against Scottie for the first time, and these teams were trading blows. Yeah, the physicality was real, but the Blazers were down 3, won in the series, and clawed all the way back to play games. And it looked like they were ready to steal the Lakers spotlight after Scottie. Shaq tore the roof off and punched their ticket to the NBA Finals. But the 2020 Denver Nuggets did the impossible twice. First, they got thrown into a slugfest with the Utah Jazz. When Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray went toe-to-toe for 50, Murray hits a long one. He'll have 50, he's sitting on 47. He'll pull the 3, he's got the 3. 50-point game, first time in history. Opponents score 50 apiece. But this one belongs to the Utah Jazz. But even that wasn't enough. Now they scrapped out a Game 5 win. And in Game 6, Jamal Murray dropped another 50-piece to save the season. Into the hands of Murray. Gets a screen, a three-pointer is up and in for Jamal Murray. Coverage, Nikola. Nikola was up on that three-point shooter. Oh, good move. Murray's boy still able to keep control of the basket. And a little finger roll at the rim. He's got a clock at 6 now. Murray patient. Now he's got to go. Bear on him, step back. Mitchell hanging at the other end. 2 seconds to go for the win, and it rims out. Denver hangs on. Denver snatched Utah's heart to survive the war. But just after the hardest series they could ask for, they dug themselves an even bigger hole against the Clippers. Look why Leonard Paul, George Lewell were looking like title favorites after Denver won, but they didn't panic. I mean, even down 15 in the third quarter of the game, Denver came back like it was nothing. 8 to play, Murray will try and get it. He's a double-double machine. Isn't he 4 straight double-doubles for him? No shot, got it, that's a 2. Outside Jokic for the lead 4. Personal foul Jokic. He'll tee one up from 3, got it again. It's Denver survives. But that was light work compared to Game 6. Because they were down 19 again. And we're still in faith. And the Nuggets looking to make their move. We had George way off. It's the side of the backboard. Playoff P looked more like pandemic P. And Denver made NBA history as the first team to come back from 2 separate threes. One deficit in a single postseason. If you thought that was wild, wait until you see the biggest comeback of all of them. See, the 2016 NBA Finals looked over with. The Warriors had just won 73 games for the most wins in a season and had the unanimous MVP. So in Game 4, the Warriors had the Cavs on the road, but lost the heart and soul of their team. All for a shot at LeBron's nuts. And he takes a little swing and misses after he objected to James stepping over. The conversation continues. Bumped in and shot. And there's a double foul ball by Danny Crawford. Double foul does not result in any free throws, obviously. Each player picks up a personal. You can't do that to the King. So he paid for it with a suspension for Game 5. And that would change everything. Because Cleveland had a chance. And LeBron made sure the rest of his squad believed in miracles. Just like it. So I remember after that game brought to the text on them, that little bit of hate turned LeBron into a demon. What did you say, Clay said? Clay said, I guess he just got his feelings hurt. Because in Game 5, he and Kyrie dropped 41. James, the Irving three-pointer. James drives and easily finishes. So your centers out there are spaced. And Kevin Love. Kyrie Irving's jump shot is good. James with 4 to shoot but have to knock up the 3. LeBron James with his third three-pointer. Irving from 3 bang. It's one of the greatest performances offensively I've ever seen in a final. They were the first duo in playoff history with those numbers. And with Game 6 back in Cleveland, LeBron went full villain mode again with another 41 piece. Throws it ahead to Smith Alley up to James White. Golden State didn't score as James Lyon. And Cleveland had all the momentum for a Game 7. So one of the most nerve-wracking games ever. LeBron and Kyrie went back-to-back for 2 of the most iconic plays in NBA history. Iguodala to Curry back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Blocked by LeBron James with the rejection. Irving and Curry one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions. The Cavs completed the first and only 3-year. One comeback in the history of the NBA Finals. In the craziest NBA series ever.